My beautiful star is playing, taking off. Reading time. So I was feeling such a beautiful love bubble here. So I just want to quickly, I want to get these first. I'm just smelling union energy. So I just want to see what's around you, not what you're going through. I just want to see what's around you energetically right now. Just to confirm what I'm feeling. See if it's the right energy, right collective. What's around this main collective right now? Seeing that beautiful union card. Okay. Oh my God. That's funny. That was my other collective today. Okay. So right now you could, person on your mind, there could be a little bit of distance with, physical or emotional, but you've got someone looking in. It's that not so secret admirer kind of energy. You have someone spying on your socials at the moment. So it's not in just yet. You're not in your love bubble just yet. It's so funny. I'm staring at that end on the number 1. I've never noticed that in this card. So the right collective, you could really feel at a breaking point. You could feel like this is the end through this separation. So you're in the midst of a separation. You've got separation energy, but you're activated. What's around this collective separation? What's around this collective separation? Okay, so you've got a wounded energy around you. All right, that's not aligning with the love bubble I'm feeling. Let's ask the question, is it really over? Wounded masculine makes sense with the spying. I always say divine masculine doesn't sit on the sidelines. They kind of lock in. Anyway, let's ask the question first. Is this really over with this person? There's an opportunity coming. Okay, something about you're going to have to be assertive here. Or this could be this person about to approach and be assertive. I was feeling such like a romantic kind of energy as I was coming in. This isn't aligning. There's no need to worry. Maybe you're stressing right now. Hold on, I want one more. It's really over. No need to worry. In the near future, this is coming in. Okay, so there's a new direction about to take place. Okay, so what's around you right now energetically? You're sitting in separation energy. There's emotional, physical distance with this person, but they're looking in. So this person hopefully is transitioning out of this wounded masculine energy. They could be quite jealous of you. They clearly have quite temperament about them when it comes to you. So in the near future, whatever direction you've been in with this person, it's about to alter. So I think the emotion I'm feeling is more a future emotion coming in, big happy changes, abundance. Okay. Let's keep going. All right. I just want one more for wounded masculine separation. What's around this collective? Okay, this is... Oh my gosh! You just got the runner chaser together. You've been on the runner chaser journey with this person. So the runner chaser journey, it's had a few in and outs. Either the block, the unblock. Maybe this is what this person's reflecting on right now. I can't believe you got them one after another. And I'm literally looking at that beautiful cat with the mouse. Your cat could have just brought a little present home for you. They could have just left a little mouse on your doorstep. I heard that specifically. Okay, let's get one more. Maybe this person's reflecting on this runner chaser energy. I'm seeing that missed opportunity card. One more for your top row, 2 more for your top row. Okay, so there's a few addictions around your energy right now. Maybe this collective, you yourself have fallen back into some bad habits that you know you need to start shifting. If it's not you, it could be this person. Oh my gosh! Sorry. Sorry. They are transitioning. You got wounded masculine to divine masculine, so it's the masculine energy. If you have been on a straight and narrow for a long time and all of a sudden you've been tempted to maybe, you know, fall back into some bad habits, I always say don't give in to that magnetic pull. I can't believe you just got the transition here. I think right now this collective, you're kind of sitting in a little bit of lost hope. I think you're questioning everything, especially when it comes to your emotion. I think this person that you're in separation with, they're really starting to reflect on their behavior. Do I think they're in divine masculine energy just yet? No, but this is what's around you. So I do think this is activating. I do think there's a transition taking place right now. But those two together is, I'm going to say it, I'm hearing it, but addicted to you, especially if they're spying, especially if they're really looking in right now. All right, let's confirm these. Distance, what's around this collective? Okay, so certain friendships could have caused a distance here. There could be some friends in the background that are a little bit involved in this connection or the separation of this connection. You yourself as a collective, maybe you have a little bit of distance. I'm kind of seeing my lone wolf energy. Maybe you don't have many people around you and your higher self is saying it's time to kind of meet that soul tribe and expand your energy. I'm going to say it, I'm hearing it. If this was one of your detriments in the past with this person, let's say they had quite a large friends group and maybe you not so much, that could have really affected this connection. I always say relationships long term, if you guys don't have some support network around you, friends, family, people to turn to other than your person, long term, it just ends up being so destructive for your connection. It's too much pressure on that person if they are solely the only person aligned in your life. It's unfortunate because when you are a lone wolf and you don't have people to turn to, those little tower moments or those little moments of friction you have in your connection, you can create such a huge mountain over something so little because they're your be all and end all. And this really activates codependence. And sorry, that was my brother. It really activates codependence on that person. And let's just say this person does have friendships around and you don't. Those moments that they want to go out with their friends and just kind of have a boys or girls night, it can really get under your skin because you just don't understand. You're like, why don't you want to be with me? But I always say, especially the divine journey, the healing journey, it's not just to make you find unconditional love for the person you're in love with, but it's meant to teach you the importance of friendship love, family love, pet love, stranger love. It's meant to teach us all love matters. And there's a reason this is coming to my mind for this collective. If this was a bit of a downfall in the past, because this is what's around you. And the right collective, when it comes to friends, there's a distance here. It's like you don't have people to turn to in your life. And that's sad. But if this was an obstacle in the past, it will be an obstacle again if that is not soothed and solved. Just saying. Spying. Whoa. So they are jealous. They do have a temperament when they watch you. You activate their jealousy. Which means jealousy was an issue in the past here. It's like this person wants to come forward. There's something about your socials that makes them really upset. Let it be they check your comments or the people that you follow or follow you. I think they find ignition with your socials, especially if you have a bit of a larger platform or... And you would know, I always say cycles repeat. So for the right collective, your social media would have been an issue in the past, just how friendships were an issue. And I'm not saying that this collective, you know, you should be off social media for this person. Not at all. That's something they need to overcome. But there's something here about their wounded masculine that takes over them. They get angry. They get a temper with the things that they see that you post. I want one more for that. Again, this is what's around you. And that was chaos that tried to flip then. So they face a storm with your social media. But it's destiny. They need to overcome this. They're learning big lessons here from this. I feel this collective, you had a lot of trust issues in the past in this connection, and this would have probably been one of the main reasons why. But the universe is saying this is something they need to overcome. So it's like the universe activates a magnetic pull, if they know it or not, to check in on you and to seek. Because I always say you need to burn to learn. So if jealousy is a big thing, them checking in on your energy, them spying, they feel that ignition. They feel that it's making them learn to settle, to not react impulsively. Maybe in the past things they would see, they would just accuse you straight away or start an argument. Or I always say when it comes to jealousy, you've got two kinds of energies. You've got the people that make it very freely known that they don't like what you're doing. So let's say you're walking down the street and you look at someone or they look at you, they start an argument, let it be socials. They're very free to voice their concerns. Then you also have people that can be highly triggered and jealous, but they choose to silence and not say anything. And I always say they're probably worse, because without them knowing, without you knowing, when they're not voicing their jealousy or their concerns, they start to harbor resentment. And then after time, these kinds of people will start being so critical of you and start nitpicking and starting arguments over everything, because inside they've just got so much anger because of their jealousy. And they're the people that end up being very nasty and belittling you, and you, poor soul, you kind of like, what am I doing? Is this person attractive? What am I doing wrong? It's like you're constantly in your mind. Where I feel this person in the past, they were very free to voice their jealousy, but because you guys are in separation, unfortunately, this person's been harboring all of that anger, all of that flame, which, if they know it or not, it makes them shut down more. So the universe is making them heal this, if they know it or not, by walking through this fire and seeing what they're seeing on your socials. That's something they need to overcome. All right, separation, wounded masculine, run a chaser journey. The sparkle. Whoa. They are a jelly belly. Green-eyed monster. That's why they run from you. They don't feel good enough. It's their insecurities. You sparkle. You're an empress. Don't make it fit. This collective, I feel intuitively, you've got a large platform, or you get a lot of love. So you get a lot of positive comments. There's something here about the way you glow. It makes them angry. That's not your issue. That's this person's issue. But they see you as the one, so it hurts them even more. If jealousy and trust broke you apart in the past, this is their thought pattern. I'm still like this. So if it broke down in the past, I couldn't trust them in the past, there's no way I can trust them now. This isn't anything to do with you, my angels. And this poor collective, I think you're doing your head in. It's that not enough. You feel not enough. It's this person that feels not enough. You're picking up their energy. Don't make it fit. All my deviations, this collective, you sparkle. You glow. I need my animal cards. I'm seeing my zebra. Hold on, let's finish this. I'm going to get my animal cards. We'll have to break this down. Okay, so they're heavily, because again, this is what's around you. They're very overwhelmed right now. So let's just say maybe you've had a video just go viral over the past couple of days. There's something here that's really activating them. But they're healing, and so are you. your saving grace is this last row. I don't think they've transitioned just yet, but I'm going back to the feeling I felt coming in this. Even though there's anger and frustration, this person's not stupid. They know it's their own fault. I don't think this collective, you post raunchy things, or, you know, you purposely, you know, like you're not posting your and for anyone that does that, no judgment. But I don't think it's that. I just think it's the attention you get. Okay. You could post that kind of stuff, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's more they just can't deal with the attention you get. So underneath divine, they know they abandoned you. So that's why they don't voice it. I've got no right to voice this jealousy. And even if they were with you, they've got no right to voice that jealousy. That's their own issue that they need to overcome. And if you are an empress and you sparkle, you need someone very confident by your side. You can't have someone that's trying to clip your wings. If you're like this and you have an influential glow, you're born for great things here. That's their issue. One more for that. Oh. I don't feel sorry for this person, but my heart's a bit sore for this person because they unconditionally love you, but they don't know how to deal with their emotion. This is sad. Okay, again, this is what's around you. All right, I want to get an animal card for you. I just want to see the person you are, and then we'll break down this person. You verse them. We'll do a you verse them. So I think this collective, you feel this big here and you shouldn't. It's nothing to do with you. This is their own insecurities. I said that before. Okay. I just want to confirm you as a person. This main collective, who are you? How do you shine? Oh, wow. You're the whale, divine feminine energy. So, of course, people would be attracted to your glow. Oh, God. I think you teach people. I think you have a strength. This whale can get through anything. Most difficult terrain, doesn't give up. But the way you speak, the way you draw people in with this, your throat chakra. I'm going to read every card that comes out because I just want to get detailed about you guys. All right, you delve deep. Profound peace, ancient wisdom. And that goes back to, I don't think the right collective, you're someone that posts raunchy things and, you know, have those, I don't even know if I'm I don't think you're that. I think you're just profound. You have an ancient soul. You're an old soul. The whale represents profound emotional health and stability. Whale personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain, as they have overcome so many challenges in their life. You're just strong. So people seek you out for your wisdom. These experiences have enriched them, given them stability, strength, and a depth that is rare. I always say we are one of a kind, all of us. We are all born with our authentic blueprint, but this collective, you just present very unique, very rare. You're an individualistic. But also, if you present as a very strong, connected, emotionally centered person, and this person's a bloody mess and in their emotion, this probably pisses them off. That's not your fault, but it's like, I think you present kind of happy-go-lucky, like you're just living your life. And I think this person also questions their heart space, especially if you do present this way. But you present this way because you've been through so much. You've had a lot of life experience, a lot of life challenges. Whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. You're wise. We can depend on a whale personality when all else seems lost. So you do have people that turn to you for your wisdom and trust them to be a beacon in our darkest hour. Maybe that's another reason they get highly triggered, because people can access you for your words and your wisdom, and they're kind of in the corner feeling a bit sorry for themselves. That's not your fault. Sorry, that came out. That was the crocodile. Oh, God. And you got, that's my Empress card. You got the Mother Deer. You are gentle. Holy moly, you're caring, you're nurturing. They see you love other people. You truly do. You show love and you show compassion to others. And that's lacking for them and it triggers them. Not your fault. I think you've learned that. I always see as the one that's kind of running away from the lion. I think you've learned how to overcome your frantic energy, which they clearly haven't. Let's read the gazelle first, because that came out. Heightened awareness, heightened awareness and ability, but you're vulnerable. The gazelle represents supreme grace, so you're graceful as well. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty emanates sophistication and elegance. So again, that's confirming whatever you do you present it in elegance and sophistication. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hypervigilant. Again, it reminds me of that one just ready to run away from the lion. You're on top of energy, that's for sure. And this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. So maybe sometimes you do present energetically that you can focus on the little nitty-gritties instead of just flourishing in your beautiful energy. And I felt that at the before. It's like you think this is, especially through the silence, it's like you think this person doesn't want you. It's completely opposite. They're intimidated by you. They think that you think you're... Well, not that you think, but it's kind of that you're too good for me kind of energy. And this poor collective, you've got no confidence here. It's your gazelle energy. You're not seeing it right. No more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Live in the now. This person's on top of you. You don't need to have a negative outlook on this. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Look what you've created. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. Let's see this. Anyone would be lucky to be around you. You seem like a very grounded, earthly person. Humble. I just heard humble. Oh, what's the bet I went through? Weren't on that, did I? I should pause this. Sorry. Be patient with me, my loves. I think it's next one. There's that lone wolf. I was a deer. Loving, intuitive, graceful. So you do present very graceful. You got two about grace and sophistication. The mother. You're very caring. Very caring. The deer represents you remind me of someone that you kind of always have empathy for the underdog. You're not a judgmental person. You have compassion for all walks of life. You genuinely care about people. It's not a mask. You genuinely care about others. The deer represents the feminine aspect of earth energy. This energy is available to all creatures, regardless of the gender, but it's especially potent in nurturing and calm. The inner beauty radiates and a sense of grace calms the room. A deer personality affects others in this way, drawing them towards a quiet tenderness. The deer card may appear when the birth or celebration of new life draws near, or when a situation calls for absolute gentleness and compassion, which you clearly thrive in. You have very compassionate, understanding heart. Okay. Moth, but you worry too much about what this is. Kind of that grass is greener on the other side, always kind of wanting more, things not being enough. You have to learn to live in the present. And I see I've allocated this as one of my 20 cards as well, like a moth to a flame. But that's what people are like around you, I think. And I think sometimes you question if you have luck on your side. I think this is how you present, but it's like people don't understand you have quarrels and conflict within your soul. I think you present like you're just all put together, and I felt that when I was reading this. It's like you present a certain way, and I think it affects this person. I don't think you let people see your quarries and your worries. I think that you're someone that you might really struggle to ask others for help, or when you are going through things, you don't let people in, you shut down. I think you have a very strong, I'm seeing that, oh my God, and you got the pairing here, by the way, the elk and the deer. That hyena card, like you're very masked. You'd rather take care of others than let anyone take care of you, and that's a little bit sad. I don't think anyone around you really knows what you go through in life. Dolphin, you've definitely connected to your spiritual path as well. It's sad, I'm hearing this. It's like you'd rather help others than help yourself at times. That's a true healer, isn't it? I always say we're here to kind of serve humanity, but your higher self is saying don't forget to serve yourself as well. So it's sad. I think that's what happens to this person. They look in and think that you've got it all put together, and they don't really understand the pain that you feel in the heart. And it's funny, I'm hearing this, I'm going to say it. I always say, when, especially in my divine community, to never wear a mask. So if this person's got this impression that you're just like happy-go-lucky and you're in your power and your grace and you're kind of just living life, and let's say this person has popped up in the past and you've been my collective, hey, how you going? Even though you've got this hurricane of pain within, it solidifies how they see you, and it breaks their heart because they're an absolute mess. Dog barking. They're an absolute mess, but yet they think that you're like, ah, and then you confirm it by being so chilled and so when they pop in. And this is another reason. I always say it. You have to be transparent. If you're wearing a mask, they'll wear a mask. You reflect each other. But let's get into it. So I just quickly want to confirm your emotion right now. Let me get these little ones because I was seeing that not enough card. And then we'll tap into this person. So you do want to speak to them. You do want to converse more. They're clearly, but you outdated thinking, but you drive yourself crazy. You're conditioning, replaying events, replaying past points of communication, but they have the key to your heart. Oh my God. And you're so you're trapped in your mind. I feel the right collective. You're losing hope here. Your intuition's off. Reminiscing, keepsake. You want to make new memories, but you know there's things in the past that cannot be repeated here. Oh, that was kisses. Wow. Maybe you see this person as your life partner. You guys could have been planning marriage. I don't think you were married. I'm not hearing that. I think it's more what you envisioned for this person, that life partner energy. Twin flames. I bloody knew it. And transcending obstacles. You really do want to, I think you're questioning your twin flame journey right now. Again, the biggest thing I'm feeling from this is this collective, you just feel this big and you're just not seeing it right, which means you don't see yourself. You don't see yourself. You have hopes, you're preparing for you. This is where you go crazy. The conditioning, replaying events over and over, thinking this person will call, they'll declare their love, they're going to express their love. And this is where you're like, oh, why do I keep feeling like this? Holy moly. So you don't just think they're your twin, you think they're your twin soul. Don't make it fit. This collective, you would resonate more with the twin soul journey than just twin flames. So definitely, you know, they're part of your soul contract. But again, this is where you question, do we like each other equally, or am I effing crazy? Chaser, you know you've chased this person, run and chase it. If they really loved me, if it was really, and they would be here, they would have accepted my, but again, I don't think you've chased for a very long time. Maybe you chased at the start of your connection. Again, this main collective, you don't let people know you're hurting. You don't let people know the hurricane within. You always present like you've got everything together. You'd rather help others than help yourself. I don't think you've chased for a very long time, but you've still got memories of maybe the rejection, the abandonment, and then you think, was it someone else there? Did they choose someone over me? Competition, enemy, clever, look over your shoulder, the other woman, the other man. Doing your head in. Came out again, these kisses. Last one. The separation, the mask. You both wear a mask. This collective, you wear a mask just as much. I made sure to deviate about that. You think it's this person. You yourself wear a mask. But you're unsure of the future. You are thinking about them. I was seeing the not enough card. It didn't come out. One more. No, you've endured so much because you always believed you would find stability again. I think you feel like you're at a pause with your growth. And maybe that's why you're questioning. Maybe you feel a bit of your magic, your intuition is... And I do think your intuition's off. I'm not going to lie. I think this right collective, your intuition's not right now. And you might know that. Maybe you've had that feeling just before starting this reading that your intuition isn't right. Or maybe you did a few intuition tests. You know how you can find them on like TikTok and Instagram, and I'm hearing this specifically, don't make it fit, this is a detail. And maybe you and you kept getting them wrong. So it's like, you know, your intuition's wrong, but yet you're still falling short to this. Everything happens for a reason. If you were drawn, because I say everything's timed to the millisecond, if you were drawn to start doing intuition tests and you were getting them wrong, the universe was trying to show you your intuition's off right now. So the things you're fixating and focusing on, you're not seeing it clearly. It came to my mind very, very clearly. Don't make it fit. Okay, I just want one more for you, and then we'll get into this person. Whoop! Just get 5. Oh. Oh my gosh! I'm just saying your intuition's off. This is what's around you. You do feel it, but I think you're sitting heavy in the separation. There's a constant burn. You got them with what's around you, but you're just focusing on the separation, which means you want to get into union frequency, get out of separation You're wounded masculine, feminine. You've got wounded masculine around you. You're lacking your vulnerability right now. You're not even seeing it. And I can see that with your animal cards. I don't think this collective realizes this because you're so vulnerable and open and compassionate to others. But when it comes to you, you have an armored heart. You're not vulnerable. It would be hard for you to open up on a deep level. The right collective. You give that to everyone else, but not yourself or the people closest to you. It's like you're a bit of an avoidant. But you know you need to, well, you're reflecting, but I don't think you're reflecting on the right thing. You could be writing a book. You could have published a book, but maybe you're writing a lot of emotion down right now. Age gap and reunion. Okay, so maybe, and I say this about my divines, maybe you've heard me say this, if you have a large age gap, they're the hardest ones to come in. They're normally the longest separation because you can't put years and life experience into anyone. And when you guys have got, and that is one of the biggest societal issues in true divines, when you're connected to someone that hasn't had as much love experience, life experience as you, it's so hard, but you just need to let that bird go. You need to let them go to find their wings. You need to sit back, and unfortunately they need love experience. They need something to compare. They need to have that turtle's journey and get those lessons under their shell. And it's hard. It's hard. They're one of the most painful. But maybe there's a reason that's come to my mind, this collective. Maybe you've heard me say that, or you've had that thought. You're like, as much as this pains me, this person needs to live their life. I always say, with large age gaps, take yourself back to when you were their age, and how were you walking through life then? It's hard to let the person you love the most experience life without you. I get it. It's a selfless act. But you do feel telepathically connected to them, but you question it because of your self-doubt. Because you're so unsure about where they are, how they feel. This is this person's jealousy that keeps them away from you. That's the only issue here. And you, poor collective, I think you think this person doesn't love you, or I think this person thinks about you all the time. They don't know how to deal with their emotion when it comes to you. That's not your fault. Okay, let's really break this down. I want to see how they're viewing this, how they feel about you. And then we'll get tarot, see what's coming next in this connection. Okay, how are they feeling right now towards you? Wow, they got ascending. You both got that. Transcending obstacles, learning expansion, new phase, preparing for union. They got soulmates, so they know. Oh my God! They got it too. They got it too. They got twin souls too. Ascending soulmates and twin flames. So they're further along. It's their jealousy. I feel this person is activated. You've got to remember the transition. They're coming into their divine masculine energy. Your twin souls were separate. There's it. You literally got those in a row. Crazy. Literally preparing for union, soul contract, soul agreement, twin soul energy. And this collective, you don't even believe it. That's really sad. Abundance, are trying to keep a positive mindset. They could be focusing on their finance right now. Maybe they're trying to manifest you and you wouldn't even know. They're watching you. I'm seeing that, you know, Xavier, like when he's like telekinesis, is it when he's reading people's thoughts? No, telekinesis is moving things with your mind. Maybe you've been practicing that. But I was seeing that, like, Xavier, maybe this person through your socials, it's like they just speak to you through your pictures. But I think that's what they think about you. No second chances, one-sided relationship. And in the nicest way, I'm not saying this to upset you, because let's be real, their biggest thing is the trigger of they think that you love other people's attention. They could, I'm not saying this to upset you, but self-absorbed narcissists. I don't think they think you're a narcissist, but I do think they think you're a bit self-absorbed because they don't understand it. They're trying to not take accountability for their jealousy and their trauma. That's not your fault, but I am going to say it. Okay. Where you're unsure of the future, unsure if there's insane chemistry, just the way you present, they don't think you're as invested as them. They think you're self-absorbed, that this is one-sided, that you don't see them the way they see you. So they're protecting their heart. They're trying to get over you. Spying on you is not going to help, but anyway, they think that since you ended this, you grew and you transformed your life. So in the back of their mind, they probably think you view them as they just held you back. Since you released them, you found your greatness. So then they have moments of thinking, they must have found their greatness because of me, which means they know the twin flame journey, but then when they're in doubt, just like you, they think, nah, they've found someone else, or they're this, they're that. You're both feeding fear into each other. Yeah, that you've got boundaries up, that you're not going to want to talk to them. that you're angry now because of what they've done. How will they ever forgive me? Jeez Louise. They try to stay positive, but they can't, which means this collective, you try to stay positive, but you can't either. You're that, my collective, there's a mirror between you guys, and you can't see each other. You move the same, talk the same, think the same. It's like you're literally reflecting, but this person's got more anger and disbelief than you do. Because you shine with so much compassion and understanding, that's why. This person has a firecracker inside. I'm seeing my fire ant. Oh, too many. I'll get them anyway. It's them that got the not enough. Not you. It's them. So they try to stop it. You're going to have to take this as it fits this collective. I felt it was this collective. So they try and keep a positive mindset, but then they're like, nah. It affects their confidence. They're so frustrated here. Self-sabotage, and they don't even realize it. The wedding ring, you are so mirroring. So you got an engagement. So this could have been, like I said, being planned. I think they think it's you. I think they have hopes. If this person, remember you're going over your chasing energy. I do think sometimes this person thinks you're going to pop up on their phone, but again, that you don't want to show your cards anymore here. They're so in and out of their belief, just like this collective. Oh my God. You're as bad as each other. You know what I'm going to say. 2 peas in a bloody pod. Both of you. You're both scared of rejection, so you just stay quiet. Oh my God. I actually want to get these quickly. I want to see how they're feeling. They're trying to accept this. They try. And honesty. Oh, God. So they think that maybe that's why they try and accept. They know they need to be honest here. But then they're like, but why would they? And the deep purple magic. Maybe there's some truth here. This person clearly hasn't spoken. Failure. They're scared to fail here. They try and find peace. They see you in peace. You bloody deer and whale energy. I think they try and find center and try and move on, but they always find themselves coming back to you. Acceptance. Doubt. So because they doubt so much, they just try and accept the situation. And you. Maybe they have doubt over you. They think you've accepted it, but then they think, no, that's my twin. And it's, oh God. Honesty through your path, your abundance. So, and them, they could have some financial struggles, but this is your biggest block here. And this collective, you don't even, maybe you've had intuition in the past, but it's like it doesn't seem valid for you. This person must really not see themselves properly if they're so affected by your abundant path in life. But also, I think they aren't exactly where they want to be in life when it comes to their abundance. But they are growing. Okay. Do they know that right now? No, but I felt that in the first part. There is a transition from wounded to divine, but not just yet. You both need to clear a thought pattern here. They're trying to trust. I feel this person says to spirit that it's like, I think sometimes they believe more in divine timing than you, especially true divines. You meet very serendipitously. So maybe they just, they've had moments of thinking, if this is really meant to be, we'll bump into each other again. But you've got distance with you guys. And then blame at the bottom. So they're still not in complete accountability for their emotion. It's this collective socials. That's your biggest block. Not that you need to change. That's something they need to go. Again, it's destiny. That's the fire they need to walk through. All right, how do they feel? Oh my God, every day. So they're going over the separation just like you. No wonder it's around you. You're both fixated on it. But fate written in, I think they try and believe that, but then they question. Written in the blue stars. Why did I say that? Written in the stars. Blue. Maybe you just drew a little blue star. They're scared of rejection. They think they're destined to get their heart broken because of what they've done here. This person is in wounded masculine still. There's too much fear. This is nothing to do with you, my angels. This is them, their lessons they're going through. Twin flames, pregnancy. So you guys had a pregnancy. There's something about children here. But also expectation. Also expectation. It shoots them in the foot. You didn't get this. You didn't get this. And you didn't get fate either. Like, you got it in your black cards, but not in this deck. If they truly believe this in their core, they would come through. There's so much doubt in them. Just like this collective. They want to believe, but they hold you so high. And this person clearly knows about this divine journey. And I say you guys are cut from the same cloth. You're two peas in a pod. I think this person, what puts doubt in them is when they literally think, how are we cut from this? Like, they hold you so high. They just don't see themselves as your equal, and that's what's sad here. So again, it's got nothing to do with you. It's the insecurities. This divine journey is for you guys to see yourself and come into one and believe in yourself. And this collective, you're exactly the same. You both, it's your worthiness that holds you away from each other. This person a little bit more extreme than you. You don't believe enough, this collective. You don't believe. You need to believe. This is nothing to do with you. It's your insecurities. Work on your self-love. Because this person needs to work on theirs. Magic. So, they could have thought you were doing some hoodoo voodoo in this separation because of all the bad karma. I always say true divines, that poor masculine, holy shit, do they get some towers. But they could be going over especially... your separation is normally caused by spiritual factors, the societal issues. So the age that came before, religious factors, spiritual factors, whatever the people around you are judging so much. So there's something here about the separation. They go over your magic, your sixth sense, your supernatural abilities. Okay. They're focusing on that right now. Oh, they see you as fate. They see you as their divine feminine. So they know about this journey. They know about this journey. You got spy, true divines in some way or form. You talk about your journey in some way or form. Okay, I feel this person's learning from you. They're like a magnet towards you, but it pisses them off. There could be other people as well, but I always say they're your soul, right? There's no one that can teach them better than you. You are one. Okay, don't make these details fit. This is sad. They've awake. Stop. They're confirming. And now they're going over. I know this happens. So when they walked away, you lost everything. They probably put you in the crazy basket and now they're going through it. And they're like, I was so fucking stupid. How wasn't I there? Why wasn't I there to support them? They're starting to activate to the universe, and what they once thought you were losing your absolute marbles for, they're starting to realize the lack of support that they gave you. They feel silly. No contact. So maybe, and I've got a couple collectives here, you fell pregnant, and unfortunately this person wasn't ready, and you guys could have ended up terminating, or you had a miscarriage as this happened, but mother wounds. Oh God, mother could be interference here. Definitely affects their divine feminine energy within. Oh, their mother could have been a big influence here. But there you go. They think about it. Is it here? And it's funny because what's around you, your very last row, the divine masculine, right? Your last row here for them is twin flame surprise call. I do think this is around, not just yet though. You need to surrender. You need to surrender. My initial feeling coming into this, I was feeling such a love bubble, and your love bubble might not be here just yet, but it's on its way. Okay, just believe. I want to get a message card because this person, because they're so in and out, I want to see how they're feeling or what they want to say. Actually, I want to get these. I haven't got these for ages. What's this person want to say to you? Whoa. I can't make you. How could I make you happy? I can't make you happy. So they see you living life doing this. They're too hard on themselves. They don't think they can create happiness for you. Remember that deviation. After them, you started to soar. It's like there's a part of them that thinks you think they were just holding you back. They were a catalyst. They were calming. Do what is best for your heart. So they're trying to let you spread your wings. Wow. You are so different from anyone. You are so different from everyone around me. I want one more for that. Can't promise you anything. Why can't I move on from you? So they don't feel good enough right now. Again, it's that abundance. So again, all the damage that's here, if they're just thinking they're going to come in exactly... I don't even think this person's exactly who they were, but I don't think they're where they think they should be to be a part of your life. Remember I said it's like this person just doesn't understand how you guys could be cut from the same cloth. It's like you saw and they feel stuck. Okay. My life is a mess right now. Clearly there's things going on. Especially with how drawn they are to you at the moment. You were right. So you were right about things, your supernatural gifts. So you called this person, you said some things, and things that you have said have happened in their life. So in this separation, you said some things here with your supernatural abilities, which they denied, they gaslighted, or they thought you were crazy and it's unfolding in their life. Or it's also you were right about things that they couldn't admit to. Remember, they're going over honesty here. They want out. They want out of their life. I want one more for I want out. And even with this, the anger and frustration they get sometimes, I can't handle. So it's this love. They can't handle it. It overwhelms them. I think this love's made them depressed. I'm seeing my Four of Cups. And this collective, you're the same. I feel you mirror this. They can't come to you right now, so their life is a mess. So maybe there's some things going on in their life. It could even be court things or rehab. There's some things that they literally think that they can't. So even though they want to, and maybe this is why they make excuses. It would never work anyway. I'm destined for rejection. Something here with this, their life's a mess. They genuinely feel they can't move forward to you right now. And especially with they can't make you happy. It's like they think they need to be a better person as well. I can't do this right now. So when they try and let you go and let you spread your wing, it upsets them. It's like they don't want to face that you're going to move on, or it's like they're trying to be strong. They want you to and this is when they turn back and they say to Spirit, if this is meant to be, we'll align. But it's like they can't trust in that. And I do think there's something about age here. I really think this person just thinks you're either moved on or you're about to be... It's like they know time's running out here. Will this ever change? Why can't I move on from you? It's like the love just intensifies. I wish to be like you. How are we cut from the same cloth? This is a huge thing for them. Not that they want to be just like you, But again, you present like you're just soaring and you're so strong. And the thing is, this collective, you're not. You're anything but that. Oh, God. My life is a mess right now. Drugs and alcohol, addictions, divine. That's what's stopping them from their divine masculine. Sad. So they desanitize, they numb. No wonder they can't. Oh, there's another card down out. No wonder they can't think clearly. Why can't I tell you the truth, the honesty, that you were right? Stop it. People are hurting them right now in their life. But drugs and alcohol, keeping them bound to toxic situations. Sad. They've dug them. You trigger them. Bloody oath you do. That first part, you trigger them into... Sad. I'm afraid to lose you. Time's running out. But what do you see in me? How could you see me as your... How could you see me as your soulmate? Look at me. Look at you. Why would you want me? It's so... Divine separation. It's you guys go through so much pain, but you just don't believe it because of the silence, and it's heartbreaking. But anyway, let's see their true intention. They're going over this, they're eating away at them. Going over how they ran away from this. Through the honeymoon phase. Stop it. That's a sign. Insecurities and attachment issues. They know they caused a rift here. The 8, don't make that fit. You got age, they got age here. That was a societal issue. And again, time is ticking. They know they don't have long here. I feel it's this collective that's older. I know there is a huge age gap between us. And some may even object. However, we are so similar in so many ways. Regret for leaving you. They are feeling really sorry for themselves right now. That means this collective, if you have not just had an emotional purge and a lot of tears, you're about to. So weird. I said this a few readings ago. I find when there's a huge ascension, rebirth, emotional overwhelm, I feel it's like a 3-day transition through your threads. There's a reason. I haven't brought this up for ages. So let's say 3 days ago you had a complete meltdown, or you're feeling all right. I feel in about 3 days you're going to have a complete meltdown. I feel this person's in tears. I think I made a mistake. I'm going to say I know I made a mistake. I should never have let you go. I should have stayed. I should have fought for our connection. But I was weak and fearful, and now I'm here mourning over the loss of you. I said a lot of things I should not have said. I said them out of anger and fear. Sometimes I say things without even thinking. I'm sorry for hurting you. Sagittarius, you could be, they could be, but the energy of that. Okay. My advice for this collective, start seeing yourself. Start believing in yourself. Start believing in your bond. It's the lack of self-belief that is the biggest thing right now for both of you. Neither of you understand your greatness. Like this person, if they're your divine partner, they're amazing and they don't see themselves, and that's sad. They are trying to surrender. Do I think this is happening just yet? No. This collective, you're going through a major transition right now. That's my favorite angel number, by the way, 64. I believe 64 is our creator's. So the flower of life has 64 circles, and we are all run by a print. We all have a print around us. And I feel our creator, flower of life, 64. I am ready to surrender myself to our connection. I will no longer run away. They're coming into it. They're not there just yet. I will no longer deny. You're about to be in a love bubble. Not long, my angels. Just trust. I'm trusting the universe. And our love for one. They go in and out of the false flame. So this says you may think you found the one, but it wouldn't cause this much stress. And you could see it in these message cards. It's like, they do, they don't. I need to let this go. I want out of it. I want this, I want that. And then it says, wake up and realize our connection is the real deal. So until they really 100% believe, which this collective's lacking, they're not going to surrender. They're in and out of their belief. Okay, victim mentality. They're feeling sorry for themselves. They're blaming. So you need to ask yourself, what are you in victim mentality about? The rat collective. What are you blaming, or what are you, there's something that you would be reflecting this with. Age difference. Their ego. They know their ego got in the way. My pride and ego held me back, so there was a lot of opinions about your age here. And stopped me from being my true authentic self. I'm afraid you'll reject me because I fear I'm not good enough for you. Biggest thing. And you're the same, this collective. My self-confidence was all a facade, so they tried to act like this was just how you wore a mask. So they wore a mask in their own right as well. Regret. Well, too many. Watching again though. They do watch. And this sad collective, I don't think you believe it. They're always there watching. Sorry, that was too many. But by watching you, they do fall into regret. But then again, they find frustration. And if you do talk about I'm hearing that if the shoe fits, their intuition. They're trying to trust their intuition. My candle's going out. Last one. Their mask, as we said it. I was wearing a mask by appearing happy, so was this collective, and serene in front of others. When I'm alone, all I do is think about you. I realize I was my authentic self when I was with you, and this is their regret over the things they said, and they're trying to acquire knowledge, especially through you. Okay. Hold on, my candle. Hold on. Sorry, I had to put another candle in. I just ordered all of these really beautiful handmade candles from Etsy. I spent like $350 on candles, but very beautiful ones. I like beeswax candles and the non-toxic ones, but Etsy's got some really nice homemade candles. I'm just waiting for them to come. Maybe you just ordered a whole heap of candles. Okay, I'm going to roll a dice. The intention is when they come in with their next action. So let's just roll a dice. So when they're next going to act towards you, how's it going to go? But let's roll a dice. I'm getting a big dice because I don't think it's soon. I think this is minimum a few weeks. Or do I go... No, because that would more be days. Let's go this. If a 6 comes out, we're meant to get the larger numbers. But anything else, weeks. 4. Okay, so let's say the next month ahead here. So their next action next month. How are they going to approach this collective? Oh, wow. So they want to rebuild. They want to come into synergy, but listening. So you're going to have to listen to each other. You could have worked with this person. Okay, they're going to be stuck in their mind when they come in, so they're not going to be showing their real self. 4 of Swords in reverse as well. It's about ghosting and stagnation. Maybe this is something that they want to talk about. But I do feel, I always say 3 over the mind, 1 up the behind. So 4 of Swords is a lot of mind ache, and it's having to really relieve those swords. It is reconciling things from the past and healing from things in the past and letting things go. And I do think this is their intention, but I do think this person's still going to approach a little bit armored and stuck in their mind, which means they're going to be very on top of what they're saying. So I don't think it's spontaneous. I don't think it's just, big declaration. I think this is them still very guarded because they're so fearful about rejection. They're still questioning if you feel the same. So it's not going to be anything like... Yeah, I'm just not seeing a big declaration of love. I think they're going to be guarded. They want to be open. They want to come into sync. They want to be heard. And I think that they really want to hear you out as well. They are wanting to let go of things in the past, but I think it's going to take a lot of courage for this person to approach you. It's, yeah, I think they're gonna be in their shell. They might even come in, I'm not gonna lie, they might even come in and retreat again. This person's got a lot of fear here. So it's really gonna come down to, I'm gonna see how you should act through this. If you wear a mask and they're like, hey, and blah, it's like they're just gonna shut down. Okay, if you play games, they're going to shut down. If they're very, it's going to take a lot for this person to take a leap of faith here. I actually feel it will be a little sporadic message and then they'll choose silence again because it's just going to overwhelm them so much. They could talk about how they've been soul searching and how they've been developing and, you know, how they've been trying to, you know, overcome certain obstacles. They could say this stuff, but I think it's more, they're going to freak out. That's what I feel. Let's get one more for Hermit. Yeah. I just, very page approach. Very surface level. I just don't think they feel good enough. They want an opportunity here, but again, this card says student. So I just feel they're just not good with their words. They're not good with their words. And for it to be a page of pentacles, I'm more seeing how surface level it's going to be. Okay, this is about plan and a solid message. But again, I'm hearing both. So it's either going to be them talking a little bit about what they've been through here, but I also feel as they're going to be freaking out and they're going to be so practical with everything. They're reminding me of someone, even though they're activating, they're very black and white. They're over like beep, 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 in the mind. And I'm hearing both. I want one more. Oh, that's good. We got world here. Especially with this Four of Swords, again, reconciling things from the past. There could be a completion. It just depends on your reaction. But conclusion, there's a big lesson here. Success, achievement, knowledge. It could go either way with that one. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. And even if they do start opening up why it happened, it's going to still be very kind of practical. It's not going to be too deep. Okay, but there's a lesson here. Especially, I always say divines, there's lessons when any point of communication. So how you deal with this is going to be very important. Their action next 4 weeks. Strategic. They're still going to be wearing a mask, which means you need to not wear a mask. They're going to be covering that. It could, again, it could be, I just can't see it. Yeah, no, they're stuck in there. Okay, I'm getting, these are not good cards, my angels. So this next 4 weeks, I'm sticking to what I first said. I think they retreat. I think it overwhelms them. I think they come in with a really good intention, which makes me feel energetically what's in alignment for this collective. This ain't going to go well on your end. You're either going to be reactive, you're going to wear a mask, you're going to blow up, you're going to block this person, whatever the case. I believe their intention's good. I just can't see how this person, especially with these cards here, how they're going to talk about how they've been in insomnia and worry and they've had sleepless. I just can't see how they're going to open up on such a deep level, talk about their betrayal, their deception, their this, their that. I think this is more kind of what they're going to, unfortunately, they're going to retreat because it's too overwhelming. There could be a very slight chance Crow just went off that this is what they're opening up about, because again, this is their next action towards you. But I feel this, I just don't think they're ready just yet. Let's get one more for this 7 of Swords, 9 of Swords. Yeah, boundaries. They're still covering their heart. It feels like this is just going to be, it's a lesson. You've got to break a layer. Let's see how you should deal with this. It's sad because I was feeling a love bubble, but seeing this, I just can't see it. You've got to see the silver lining in the situation, not focus on the sadness. Understand there's a lesson to this. The 2 cups behind you, not the ones that are spilt. 10 of cups. You just King of Pentacles. You need to trust with this. I think you do need to be gentle here. There is a slight chance that this person could be explaining why they had boundaries, why they had hurt, why they have been on the sidelines though, enduring. They've done this, done that, done this, done that. But this is all swords. It's so stuck in the mind. Like we've got one water, and yes, we've got pentacles, and we've got one wands, but it's all about I just want to see deep intention behind the High Priestess, keeping things. Again, I'm trying to get a good card out for you. They're going to be holding back. They're going to keep things in the dark here. They're going to present quite mysterious. Okay, the universe is saying don't react, don't be impulsive, don't block, don't start an argument, get out of that. Okay, understand what this is. This can be trusted, okay, but I just wouldn't come off too intense too quickly. I wouldn't be pushing this person to see them. Any kind of intensity, any kind of, it's that, literally that card, your touch will destroy me. Hidden truth, they're going to keep some things hidden here. One more. Stillness, patience. They're definitely not going to rush this. This makes me feel this comes on impulse, this one. But if you deal with it right, and you don't react, and you don't become explosive, and you yourself are transparent, you could start building a bridge here. Whatever your layer is, whatever you're stuck on, change the direction. But I'm going to be honest, this next 4 weeks, they're coming in very stuck in the mind. They're coming in with a lot of overwhelmed emotion. They could actually be an air sign, because I find air signs, I know we didn't get the King or Queen of Swords, but they're can be very detached when it comes to their heart space, and it's kind of a situation you're going to have to read in between the lines with this one. If you take it too personally, it's just going to backfire. I never say this, but you might need to... Hold on. I was going to say maybe choose silence, but I think that would make it worse. Hold on. Let me just confirm. No, you need to be caring and nurturing, but you need boundaries up over your heart. I was thinking, should you choose silence, but it's just going to push them away more. I think you need to be grounded. I think you need to be practical. Her and our Queen of Swords, they're the realists, right? Very caring, nurturing, but also boundaries. I wouldn't be talking about deep emotion. I wouldn't be talking about love and intensity. Anything, if this person's just popping up really randomly, maybe ask them if they're okay. Like, just have more of a... Don't be talking about your love bond. More just... Clearly, if they're coming in this way, there's something going on in their life. Maybe just let them know that you're there to support them. Whatever the case, they're literally saying you need a nurturing approach, but also you need to protect yourself. Okay. So again, I wouldn't be bringing up any kind of... But I always say be authentic and transparent with your emotion as well. It's hard. It's kind of a bit of a pickle. You'll know what to do. Trust yourself. Don't react on impulse, though. I think that last part would have confused this collective. It confused me a little bit. It's just sad. This person's really struggles with their worth. It's important right now to take a step back. And I think that's what needs to happen with this. Don't be too prompt. Don't be responding too quickly. Not too much intensity. It'll freak this person out. And spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on one another, now is the time to give it to yourself. And this collective, you need to. And especially when this arrives. Look inside you both are seeing this so 3D. You're not trusting in your divine bond. You're seeing it so surface level. How long it's been, how this has been, how that has been. And it's completely the opposite. It's that the emotion's too intense. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Too much focus on them and not yourself. Not believing in yourself. And also when this comes, I always say center your motion before responding. If you're ignited, center before expressing. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. As love transcends space and time, nothing is missing. You've got to get out of separation frequency. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Let it unfold. Center before expressing. Take a step back when this happens. Don't have the pressure of, oh, they've come in, it's union. Like, don't have an expectation, okay? My advice. But you, the right collective watching that, you would have had an intuition spurt. And as you were hearing me say that, of what maybe you should do or how to deal with it. So trust your intuition, but don't react too quickly. Okay, triple moon goddess. Special, special souls. The big J. And the crescent moon. It was a crescent moon last night, and tonight it will be as well. Citrine, Libra. Good luck, windfall. Coming, could be. That's my rapid moving. I'm going to stick with 4 weeks, but it could be 4 days. Windfall as well. It's another fast moving one. Trust your intuition. You could have a memory with ducks and this person, but trust your intuition. You could see ducks on the day that this arrives. As a sign, Venus star. Trust your pearl within. You've got a new beginning with love. You need to not be in 5 of Cups and understand why it's happening and see the layer here. W, I, E, and S. 3rd of the 12th, 12th of the 3rd, 2nd of the 12th, 12th of the 2nd, 18th of the 5th, 3rd of the 5th, 5th of the 3rd, 25th of the 3rd, 12th of the 4th, 4th of the 12th, 14th of the 4th, 144, 15th of the 15. 15:15. You could be watching this at 15:15 or 15:51, and then 15th to the 4th. 4 is there as well. All right, my loves. I love you guys. Good luck and have a good night. Sweet dreams.